EV tax needs receipts. If a budget calls something a clean infrastructure fee, citizens should be able to see what clean infrastructure it pays for. In the latest BALEN OS scan, source reporting from Setopati says Nepal's new budget changes electric vehicle taxation. The report says the old excise structure is replaced by a clean infrastructure investment fee, with charges reaching up to 130% for higher-priced EVs, on top of customs, VAT, and road fees. BALEN OS separates the source report from the simulation. Setopati reported the tax structure. BALEN OS does not claim any real government action. It asks what an accountable civic workflow should do when a green transport policy becomes a revenue and affordability question. The PM layer routes a simulated directive: build the receipt trail. Show the tax rate table. Explain the revenue rationale. Test the impact on EV adoption. Check the legal authority. Track whether clean infrastructure money is actually tied to charging, clean transport, roads, air quality, or public mobility. Infrastructure leads because this is not only a tax story. EV price changes affect clean transport adoption, charging demand, fleet replacement, public transport choices, and whether cities move away from dirtier vehicles. Finance opens the evidence lane. Setopati reports price bands: 20% customs, VAT, road fees, and clean infrastructure investment fees from 2.5% up to 130%. The simulation asks whether the policy is progressive, revenue recovery, market correction, or a demand shock. Law and Justice checks the authority lane. A renamed fee still needs legal basis, customs guidance, implementation date clarity, buyer notice, importer transition rules, appeal path, and published records. Agriculture and Environment checks the clean label. If the fee is for clean infrastructure, the simulation asks whether revenue links to cleaner mobility, charging corridors, grid readiness, lifecycle impacts, and urban air quality outcomes. Federal Affairs adds the local delivery lens. EV cost changes land differently in Kathmandu, provincial cities, border markets, municipal fleets, rideshare operators, and charging corridors. A national tax choice becomes local transport pressure. Communications keeps the public boundary clean. It says what Setopati reported, what BALEN OS is interpreting, why infrastructure, finance, law, environment, federal affairs, and communications were triggered, and what citizens should watch next. There is a prior context angle. Recent BALEN OS scans already handled dust-free cities, road maintenance funding, good governance budget claims, AI and health budget promises, cabinet budget approval, and public service coordination. The memory pattern is clear. Big budget labels need owners, evidence, legal authority, and public explanation before citizens can trust them. The simulated PM outcome is a directive pack. Infrastructure maps clean transport and charging dependencies. Finance publishes the tax rate and revenue rationale matrix. Law checks authority and transition rules. Environment checks whether clean infrastructure money has environmental proof. Federal Affairs maps local transport effects. Communications publishes the sourcebound explainer. This is a simulation, not affiliated with any government, ministry, media outlet, parliament, or public official. It is an experiment in what future civic workflow could look like. The takeaway is simple. EV tax can be debated, but clean infrastructure fees need receipts. Citizens should be able to trace the whole chain from source reporting, to BALEN OS interpretation, to ministry route, to legal authority, to revenue proof, to delivery accountability.